Well, welcome back into the studio. So today we are going to be working on a Rolodex card. This is a part of my 2025 real-time series. If you want to learn more about the series, check out the description box below. And to start off, I'm going to be working on one of the watercolor Rolodex cards that have a tab on these. I got these from Joggles. I am not able to find them currently at Joggles, so I'm not quite sure. I do have them listed down along with all the products I used today listed down below in the description box. And all the links that I do list are either from my shops or they're an affiliate link. And if you choose to use the affiliate link, and I want to thank a lot of people have been using my affiliate links when they're shopping. It is no additional cost to you for using the links. The links helps me put supplies onto my art table and keep my channel content coming, and it's just one of many ways that you can help support. So if you're not necessarily wanting to buy the item that the link you have is for, but there's other things from that shop that you are wanting to purchase, please do consider using my product links. So I am starting off with collage. I have some sewing pattern instructions, and it looks like a dry cleaning tag and some off pieces of art, or maybe those were under papers. I'm not quite sure. That dry cleaning tag was really thick, and so I didn't think about having to trim that out of those Rolodex attachment spaces there. So that was a little tricky. But as you probably already know, that is one of my favorite things to do, is to trim it out and see what I have to work with from that point. And it's like really chaotic and really bright and fun and all over the place. And I think that really led to where I ended up going with this. So bright, you know, busy. It's almost like you can see me thinking and struggling and trying to find a point at which to bounce off from. And when I decided that that green was going to be my bouncing point, it was really apparent in my language of my hands. So I ended up going with this Folk Art Colorshift acrylic paint. Now this is a metallic and it does have a gloss finish. This color is called Emerald Flash, and it is definitely a flash. And I think in the end you'll know what this ended up inspiring in me. And I also pulled out that Aqua Flash as well in the same brand. But spoiler alert, I don't end up using that Aqua. So once I saw that green flash, once it was on the card, it kind of reminded me of one of these beetles that I had gotten from some die cuts from Wow Studio. And that is what I went looking for here, and ended up finding the beetle that I had originally was thinking of, and that's the beetle I end up using. I did decide to go through and trim it up a bit. The white, there was a lot of white around that, so I do end up fussy cutting that. So patience while we real-time fussy cut. So now that we survived the fussy cutting of the beetle, I am looking for some fabric that can kind of be a pause behind all the stuff that's going on with the beetle and all the stuff that's going on with my background. Kind of like solid space, so the beetle kind of is more prevalent, the first thing you see. Well, in this case, it'll end up being the second thing you see, but the words that I end up going with kind of lead you into the beetle. And that was some of my thinking with the placement of those words on the card. So initially here, I'm looking for fabric. And once I make my fabric decision, I am going to futz a little bit. I really wanted to get some fibers coming off of this. This was a small piece. It wasn't going to rip easily, so I ended up cutting it and then had to pull fibers for that. So it's a whole thing, but in the end, I'm glad I did all of those things to get this fabric down. So I do end up putting another piece of fabric on here, and then I'm going to start to look for some words for the card. As you know, sometimes the words can be the challenge because you want it to be appropriate for the card that you've got going on. You want it to kind of talk about what's on the card, or maybe what the feelings are that are going on, or it may be the imagery on the card inspires some types of words, but sometimes that can be a real challenge. I end up going with HG Designs free printables on this, and I will have those listed down below as well. But surprisingly, I was able to find these words very quickly and got them placed. I'm going to come in with the Distress Archival ink in Black Soot and add some black around the edges, distress those edges a little bit. I'm going to really focus on the corners mostly on this.